Snipe Gang.
Daddy making the video.
I would like to welcome the multi-talented, international producer, songwriter, R&B and pop vocalist. She has performed all around the world with some of the biggest names in the music business. Masha-T, thank you for being on Independent Voices.
Hey, thank you for having me.
How you been, Masha? Long time no see.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, it's been years, right?
Yes.
At least 10 years?
Yes, love that. I can't believe that.
Yeah. So, Masha, we're going to start from the beginning. Where you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Okay. All right. What was it like growing up in Ukraine?
My childhood was great, even though, the country was, had its challenges, which is part of the reason, I left, like many of us. Because, I have great parents who, I think did a great job. And music-wise, that was the base, for my music career, my music education. I got it in Ukraine. I am a classic musician, first, so that's what I got there. I finished the music university as a cello player, so that's my first instrument is cello. My second instrument is piano. And it's only later I started getting into singing, and it became my #1 passion. So it kind of started pushing away a little bit the cello and piano and the classic music, even though it's always going to be my first love. But the singing I was interested mainly in soul, R&B.
Okay, so what age did you start playing the instruments?
Well, I was getting ready to get into special music school, so I was around six and a half.
Okay, you started off early. So you started playing instruments before you started singing?
Yeah, I was always singing though.
Okay.
Always singing.
So what came first, the playing the instruments or the vocals, the singing?
Well, I guess I was always singing as a little kid. I don't even remember those things, but my mom was telling me that sometimes there would be days when I did nothing but singing. Like I stopped talking, and if my mom asked me something, I would sing the answer instead of just speaking. And I forgot that. I was like 3 or 4 years old, so I don't remember that. But I guess the singing was always there. But when it was time to choose, the music part, somehow I went with an instrument. I did like cello. I did like the classic music, so.
How was you introduced to that? Like, what made you pick up the cello? And like, what put that thought in your head?
I honestly can't even tell you.
Do you have any family members or anything?
Well, yeah, I mean, my dad is a guitar player, but he was never a classic musician. He was a rock. In a rock band. Right.
So you had music in your DNA.
Right.
Was in her vein.
Oh yes, it sure was. My mom was a ballet dancer.
Okay.
So the whole family was traveling. My parents would travel for months and months at a time. Sometimes they would take me with them on the tour because my dad was quite a successful guitar player. His rock band was like #1 rock band in the whole Soviet Union. Mind you, that's before internet, YouTube, anything. Right. And they were performing at the stadiums. Like they had thousands and thousands of people coming just to their concerts. So, but somehow I don't know how I chose cello. Honestly, like when I went originally, I was trying to get as a piano player, but they said that it's so many people that try to play piano, and it's like you have to be just stand out from the crowd of like 100 pianists, and they're all great. So. And they're like, you have a perfect pitch, so you should choose strings. And usually people go with violin. Violin is like the most popular when it comes to string instrument.
So what's your favorite instrument to play? What's your go-to?
Cello is my first love.
Cello?
I do love piano. I love playing piano too, but mainly like sing and play piano.
Okay.
So that's pretty much soul R&B stuff. Like I enjoy to do that.
Masha, can you tell the viewers the name of the music school you attend and where
Oh,
it's
gosh.
located?
It was in Kiev, and it called Listen Call.
Okay.
You're probably not gonna understand it.
Yeah.
It's actually called Music School for Specially Gifted Children.
Okay.
So pretty humble here.
Yeah.
But no, you know, it was like the best music school in whole Ukraine because I live in the capital, so
Okay.
you know, in capital is usually where all the best stuff located in capital, and so people was coming to try to get in our school. They were coming from all over the country, and the thing I loved most about the education my country had to offer at the time is that all education was free back then.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's no longer the case. You know, they
Yeah.
kind of catch up real quick.
Yeah.
But back then, it was like that. So, which means that the only people could get accepted, it was not because of the money they had, you know, it was purely on the
Talent.
skills and talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like if there is 10 people and there is 5 places, the 5 people gonna get not because they had money for tuition, but they played the best. So, and I felt like it's the fair system, you know, and I feel like that's what is unfair in, you know, like what's going on here because
Right.
to me it's a tragedy if there is like, let's say a super talented kid and he can't get in only because he don't have money, but he's like, he might be better. That, you know, to me it's a tragedy, you know. On top of that, not to mention that you pretty much robbing the country of, he could become like the best in you know, about 10 years.
All right. Speaking on that kid, right? That can't. Speaking on that kid that can't afford tuition, what would you tell the youth that's trying to pursue a career in music?
If that's where your passion is, you know, then I can't tell you no, you know. It is hard. It's an appreciative business to get in.
Yes.
But if that's your passion, you know, just be ready to having to work hard and be patient. Be ready to hear no. Sometimes, maybe a lot. You know, be ready for things not happening necessarily your way or on your timeline. But if that's what you love to do most, then how can you not do it, you know?
Have a passion for it, you know? Like,
Yeah. You know, if you feel like you might not be willing to go through all that, then find something else.
Yeah.
But if that's your passion and you're good at it, I can't tell you.
Stick with
you
it.
know. Yeah.
All right, Masha. I know you sing in 3 different languages, right?
Oh, God.
Can you tell the viewers what languages you singing?
Well, okay. Well, I speak Russian and Ukrainian because those are 2 languages, you know, of my country. So of course I can sing in those languages, and because I used to live in Spain for 5 years, you know, I had no choice. I had to learn somewhat Spanish. Can't say it's like perfect level, you know, but while being there, of course, I did perform there as well, and I ended up singing some, you know, Spanish-speaking songs as well.
oh, that's great.
And of course in English, probably my most used
Okay.
language in songs.
Okay. Can you tell the viewers some of the countries that you performed in?
Well, I already mentioned, of course, you know, starting in Ukraine before I left, and then I did travel to Germany, was performing there, like a few different cities, and then in Spain, I ended up doing a lot there in Spain before I came here, so those probably a few major places I was performing.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
Worldwide, you know?
If you had the opportunity to work with any artist, who would it be?
Oh my God. I was a diehard fan of Mariah Carey. So, yeah,
So,
major crush.
I'm going to try to get 2 questions in one. Would you say that Mariah Carey inspired you to sing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, what's your top 5 singers of all time?
Oh, gosh. Well, yeah. The first one you already know, Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
I have to say Tina Marie. You know, she's, yeah.
That's 2.
Whitney Houston.
All right, that's 3.
One of the greats, you know.
As I mentioned, I know we was talking about it. I have to put Jasmine Sullivan, and she's Philly.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotta be down for that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You got one
only
more.
5?
Yeah, one more.
Ah,
5, I ain't gonna, you know.
okay, it's a tough choice. There is
Yeah.
I would say a few more. I'm gonna go with Tony.
Braxton.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there would be 6th, I would go with Lauren Hill. No, I'm trying to be slick.
She tried to slide on in on
what it
it.
is.
It's good. It's okay.
It's like, if there was 6,
Yeah.
alright?
You already know Black Owned Business CEO. As you wish, you already know LLC. Get it in from the roof to the bottom, back door to front door. You already know my man got me on this podcast. I'm promoting the business. You already know how it go. Real rap, man. If you need something done, we gonna get at you, man. You already know, not share as you wish.
Masha, can you explain what it was like being on PBS? Why the House Concert Series?
Oh,
November
man,
3rd, 2020.
So that was like pretty much
During the whole epidemic, I mean, I know we're kind of still in it.
but that was like really, I think back then we were kind of all locked, locked
Yeah,
in.
everything was quarantined.
Yeah, and they reached out to me, and they featured me as they also featured a few more wonderful, talented artists who actually some of them I happen to know in person, and I know they're great. So, and yes, they did this whole thing. I think that was part of the reason they did it because back then all of us artists was just sitting home, and they were kind of trying to do something. It was
A virtual thing, of course.
Yeah.
So that was like a concert series when they featured my original song "Missing You," and I think it was like also my bio attached. I was very honored, I was very honored to see myself, and then it was shared on media, different social media platforms. Of course, I hear the hell out of it. So I'm very grateful and I appreciate, the support.
It caught my attention. So, yeah,
Wow, yeah.
Like
yeah.
you was very active. You worked very hard. You worked very hard. I'm Googling you. I'm like, oh my God, there's just so much information.
I try, but
I'm not doing it alone. That's the thing, though. It might look like,
oh yeah, she's doing all that, but
believe me,
You got the team.
I am not doing it all alone, and I have to. I'm pretty sure he was going to mention, but
I might beat you
to it, But a lot of the stuff is my husband stands behind it. Aaron.
Is he still your manager?
Yes, he's still very much involved, and
That's
like he's done so much for me. Like from day one since I moved here, which was like about 11 years ago.
Okay.
This man been doing a lot.
and that's the thing. He's behind the scenes, so people
People won't see it,
so
so
they always
give me credit. Oh, you do all this, but the truth is that
He does so much, like a lot of things.
he made it possible.
Because as an artist, you need somebody who stand behind you and support. And then there's certain
Areas I'm not good at.
Yeah.
Logistics, the writing and contracts and the legal
part of it.
Yeah.
That's what
he comes to play. I'm just
Yeah.
look, you just handle that.
I know I'm in good hands. I trust him. I know he's gonna handle all that part. And even like my single "Missing You," he was behind doing the music video, finding the video crew, finding the actors. I mean, doing
all that stuff. And
And that was
I remember. I was on the phone with A.
okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I remember that time.
I have to give him a lot of credit. So I'm just grateful. God blessed me with so many people that he has sent to me, to support me.
Yeah. Now, I'm just gonna put it out there real quick. Me and Masha, we used to be on the same label. Yeah, it said A. I gotta salute A, her husband. You know what I'm saying? That's my ex-manager. And I learned so much from A. Like, he taught me the business. Like, I ain't know nothing about no BMI or ASCAP
Exactly.
until I met A. And I'm a young teenager. You know what I'm saying? And me learning that at a young age, I'm like, A, that was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you.
yes,
But
Yes.
we gonna get back on Masha-T. You know what I'm saying? Masha-T. Yeah, I worked with some real big names in the music business, such as Kendrick, the Family Soul, Christopher Williams, DJ Cool, platinum producer Demi Dot, Jimmy Chrome from Boys the Men,
Oh,
and,
right. Okay.
and much more. Can you talk about what it was like working with those type of professionals?
Oh my God. So yeah,
That, you know, first of all, it's always an honor, and I do kind of get starstruck because, you know, some of those people, I actually heard of them while living in Ukraine and not even dare to dream even to be in the same room with them. You know, that was something that unreachable to me back then. Like,
oh my God, you can't. No, this can never happen.
So, but then, you know, as I decided I'm going to move here, and just coming across them, for example, some of the names that you mentioned, you know, Demi Dot,
who worked with the Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
you know, and so many
And more.
I met Demi Dot. Yo, that was during them times, my shit.
Yup, and
Extremely talented guy, and
he
he showed me.
so much love and, you know, co-produced some stuff with me and, you know, mentored me in a way, you know, always showed support. And for example, there is another name that Sean Bryant, which is a platinum producer.
Yeah.
He produced Brandy's album, and that was literally
One of those cases when I was living in
Ukraine. My
Dad
bought the CD because by then I already got into singing, and my
that soul that it was really my
passion. So I remember one day he bought the CD.
you young folks don't
Know
know
about that.
of Brandy.
And I listened to that CD till the whole.
Holes in it, you know.
That was
On repeat, like,
And if somebody
he told me that you're gonna meet the person who
actually produced that stuff,
and
not
not
just you gonna meet them, you know, they're gonna like produce a song for you.
you and work with you.
I was, you know, it's just mind blowing, you know, even to speak with, and he's amazing.
Right here in Philly, you know, Sean Bryan, he lives right here in Philly.
He's still working. He still does a lot of amazing stuff. So.
Still active.
And I also got a chance to, when I was working in Vegas, to play with some of the original members from
Talk
Soul
that
City
talk,
band.
Masha. Talk that talk.
Like
In Vegas.
stories I've heard
Yeah.
about Rick James and Tina.
Right.
I was just like,
Popcorn, like,
tell me more. Like, but it was amazing even to hear how like they would just talk amongst themselves like it's nothing. Oh,
Right.
remember how Rick wrote this song, and like you would hear how actually
such and such song was created, and like, oh, we walked in the room, and I'm like,
it was surreal, you know. And are they talking about Rick James? Rick
Yeah,
James, you know,
yeah.
like that. So, and amazing musicians, of course, you know.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm just honored, you know, and starstruck that I was able to come across such a great artist and such a talented people.
Yeah. And I also noticed, but been known for many years, that you play with bands.
Yeah.
Can you name some of the bands that you play with?
Well, yeah, a lot of bands. So mostly like here local bands, which you know we have so many amazing artists and so many
great bands. Some of the bands was Coast to Coast. I kind of stayed with them for a little while.
great bands.
Very busy. They work every
Weekend, like 2-3 days per week, and summertime it's like 4-5 shows per week. So a lot of work with them.
Yeah, very busy.
I've learned a lot, you know, with them. That was amazing, great experience.
Perfect Solution was like the first band that I got in. That was that band.
Okay.
Solution, and that was something that, you know, when I moved here, nobody knew me. You know, I was like going to open mics and trying to,
You know, get in.
the Philly scene.
I guess, you know, the music
scene.
Start your.
So this guy, Lenny, he's a guitar player. He's the one who sold me.
Like, I
literally
came to
their performance, and then I got on the mic and sang a couple of songs. And he reached out to me, and that was my first band that I joined here.
I was like, oh my God.
And
We actually gonna play together
this Saturday or one of the shows right
here in Philly. So we still, you know,
we still work with each other every now and then. And when
I do my shows, like I did past summer.
I did some of the shows, so that was the band I went to, you know, because it was my first band.
So.
And, for them to find out where you performing at, they could go to www.masha-t.com.
Yes,
Alright.
also on
Facebook, Masha-T.
Smith or on Instagram, Masha-T Smith.
I'm on TikTok.
On YouTube, but I do a lot of, like, I always promote and write about upcoming shows a lot on Instagram and Facebook. I always try to make sure I put the flyers up and, you know, stuff like that. So
all social media, Masha.
Yeah, try.
So what is like your process? What's your recording process like when you recording a song in the studio?
I would say that, like, the major difference for me, and maybe that has something to do with me coming from a classic background, I like to practice.
Yeah.
I practice and practice, like, you know, that's my style, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've seen here, like, once I moved here, I kind of would see folks just, like, going in the booth, like, literally coming up with something.
Right.
And I'm like, oh gosh, I can never do that.
Yeah.
You know, to me, well, maybe that's more like a rap, maybe that's more typical of, you know, maybe, I don't know, but I even see some singers do that, you know. I don't think I operate very well like that, although I've been in a situation like that, you know, with some of you guys when we were here, you know, when I was, like, thrown in the booth and I was like, oh my God, what is happening, you know.
You know we got a song together, right?
Yes.
Alright.
But my creative process would be more like, okay, I wrote a song, and I really need, like, some time with the song.
Okay, you like to be prepared.
Yeah, I want to spend some time with the song. I want to make sure it's mine before I book that time or get in the studio. Because I hate to feel like you might come out with something the first time, and then maybe like 2 weeks later, like, oh, you came out with such a good phrase. I'm like, oh man, but I already recorded this. I want to make sure, like, I get the best I can possibly get, you know. And then I go in the studio. So, and also that cuts on time because I feel like I don't want to be wasting people's time. You know, you come, you do your thing, and you not like, oh, let me try this, let me try this. It's like you're there for hours, and you're just like, okay, you know. So I really want to, like, come in, do it, and then just, you know, done.
Rap is definitely known for wasting time. Rap is waste time, child.
Really? No, but yo, what I always amazed
they punching in and out.
Rappers, like, do things on the go. How can you come out with all these lyrics like that?
like that
Always been blowing my mind.
Yeah, it's your boy Moolah. You already know, man. I'm out here chilling with my Uncle E. You feel me? I got a company called Star Nation Entertainment. I got 2 artists, G7, made millions. You know, we ready to level up with everything else. So you already know what it is.
But Masha, you have a music video out named "Missing You," and that's your single as well, right?
Yes.
All right, it's produced by Blizz, got the beats, and you got actor Tommy Brown in here.
Yes.
Right? He's from Philadelphia.
He's also Philly.
Okay.
Yep. Shout out to Tommy Brown. He's an actor, and he does a lot. He's busy. You know, he's working. He's getting booked in different movies or shows, and, you know, just doing his thing.
Yeah. Can you tell the viewers what it was like shooting that video?
Okay.
with Tommy Brown? Because I seen the behind the scenes and everything, and it looked very interesting.
You know what?
I ended up having fun, even though I never was into shooting videos, to be honest. And that's another crazy thing. Like, you would think that as comfortable I can be on the stage, always comfortable on the stage when it comes to performing. Like, I don't get, like, you know, of course maybe a little nervous, but, like, I don't get, you know, lost or whatever. But the camera thing, like acting, it's like you would think I should be fine doing that as well. But no, like, I'm just like, especially when I did some first things, I was just like during the light, like I literally was super uncomfortable and very tense. And
It didn't seem like it.
I know.
It didn't seem like it
in
in the video.
See, I can talk, but like music video, you know, it's like acting something. And it was just a disaster. And even Mary was like, but you're so good, like, performing, like, what happened? I said, I don't know, I just suck. I'm like this, you know, so, and I was nervous for this one as well, because I had some experience before that, you know, didn't go too well for me, so, but turned out that a lot of it has to do with your co-star.
Okay.
At least for me, so, and Tommy ended up being, I mean, he's just so professional. And
he made it more comfortable for you?
Yeah, and it was like, wow, because I came nervous, right? I'm like, Tommy, I must warn you, I'm just going to be bad. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I was already apologizing, you know, because
And he like
he's
relax.
Yeah, he gave me like a couple tips. He was like just kind of walking me through the hook. This is what you're gonna, and I was like, oh, this is working out, you know. And we kind of had, I guess we had good chemistry too, which I found out, you know, important part too. And we became good friends. And so at the end, I was like, oh, this is not too bad. And then when I saw myself, I'm like, I think I did much better than on some previous thing because, you know.
You did
So
great with that video.
I have
That
to-
was
yeah.
a very good video. I seen it yesterday.
But I found out that, you know, as much as like he made me so comfortable and he helped me with that. But I guess it can be also, some other people can make it so uncomfortable for you that you're just not gonna do your best and it's just gonna be disaster. But it ended up being fun. And everybody else, I wanna make sure I mention not just Tommy Brown, again my husband, the makeup artist who was just, she was just like a Wonder Woman, you know, she would appear out of nowhere when she needed, and she made things happen. And the whole movies in motion, that was the whole video crew.
Okay.
These guys were amazing. Everybody. So everybody was so supportive. You know, like they see on there wasn't like, you're doing great, you're doing great, you know, and that was helping. Like it would make me like, okay, I can breathe, I can, you know.
So the energy was right. You know what I'm saying? The energy was
Slowly
like
became
perfect.
friends. Yeah, it was very friendly atmosphere, which helped a lot. So.
Okay. Okay, Masha. Can you tell the people something that they don't know about you?
Oh gosh. Gosh, this is gonna be hard because, you know, I guess you can see I'm an open book.
I mean,
I talk about everything, but
it,
well, you'll be surprised. It's a lot of things that people don't know about me. Some of them are gonna leave out. But I guess, you know what? Maybe that would be maybe a little surprising. I actually ended up being illegal immigrant twice in 2 different countries. So maybe that would be something funny.
nah, my
Not
shit.
so funny back then, but
No, I mean like for example, me, I can't cook chicken. You know what I'm saying? They think all black people, you know what I'm saying, cook chicken.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something, you know what I mean?
So you know what? Okay, you'll be surprised. So between me and Javi, now mind you, you know, he's black and white. Talk about chicken. The way this man eats chicken is ridiculous. And it kills me. Like, you see his leftovers. You know how they have that meme on Facebook a couple years ago? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1 is like, you literally just took 2 bites and you left it. And then number 5, it's like just a little stick.
Yeah.
So I would be number 5.
Alright.
Mine is the little stick left. You don't even know it's a bone anymore because it's like this little tiny. And his would be number 1 when I'm like, dude, like you're wasting this thing. Like, what is going on with you? So, look, I would be sucking on that chicken. I get the bone marrow out of it. I'm just like all over. Like it take me like I'm really stretching the time and everything. So maybe that would be surprising. I don't know. Oh man, but yeah, I always get on him about that chicken. I'm like, you are ridiculous.
Like, you can really tear some chicken up.
Oh yes. It's a process. I think it's it's like the whole process, like, you know.
Right.
Alright, so Masha, I was looking through your music. I see you got out Just Want You to Know, a Hero, produced by Sean Bryant, the person you was talking about earlier.
Yes.
Strike a Pose. I like that song. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you like that song?
Yeah, I like that song. And I like Hero too.
Hero was written by Sean Bryant.
I think when I listen to Hero, it sounds like you talking to E.
Oh yeah, I would.
Alright. Alright.
A lot of the songs I'm pretty much talking to him.
Yeah.
I'm serenading him. He's so lucky.
Also, I heard Like You, produced by SJ3.
Yes, that song grew on me. I was not. It was a little bit not me at the time, but I like it. It was a great experience with them as well.
So, what's your favorite song out of your catalog?
So actually, there is this song that has been finished, but it is not officially out yet.
Okay.
And that probably will be the next song that will be the next official single.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask you. If you,
okay.
if you,
Sorry.
no, it's good. If you got, you want to tell them, like what projects and different concerts that you got coming up?
Yeah. So well, I mean, it's so much to mention.
I don't mean to cut you off. We're going back to the song that you was talking about.
Okay, it's the so yeah. Right now, I would pick it's called "Trust Me."
What's the name?
And
That is about my hobby again.
Okay.
And I love that song. And I just want to say again, you know, going back to conversation that some of the musicians I came across, I had some legends on this song because I wrote the song, but I had one and only Stan Davis recording keys and guitar and bass guitar with it. And this guy, he's Philly native again, but he's been all over the world. He's been playing for Jaheim, Tina Marie. He was music director of Tina Marie for a little while. That was towards her later years. So, I mean, he is just an amazing musician. All three instruments, just so skilled. And so I had him recording the song for me, and I had the drummer Malik, a young guy who is also amazing drummer.
Okay.
And actually,
The song was inspired by
David Duck.
Oh, wow.
So this song has such a history and so many
Platinum
names.
producer.
Yes.
Demi Dot.
And I had it
Platinum.
recorded by Mike Garcia.
from Sigma Sound, who also recorded, well, to name a few, Patti LaBelle, Tina Marie, I mean,
And that's
another Philly
staple. So
Yeah.
this song has been touched by so many legends and talents.
My shit, you doing it
I can't wait for it to
big.
be out. I really love that song, and a lot of people already heard it, you know, from from my circle,
Yeah.
and a lot of people I've been getting so much good feedback.
Yeah.
people were like, oh my God, I love this song. So I'm having high hopes, you know, and I'm hoping that
Once we drop it, I hope that it will, you know, a lot of people get to hear it.
Yeah.
When do you think you'll be releasing it?
Right now, I don't have a date.
Okay.
We're working on it because
Again,
again, you know, is going back to our kind of
conversation about,
being independent artists,
because you're doing everything,
everything by yourself. Even though I
Okay.
do have a team, but you know, we're trying to do it right. We're trying to make sure that we can get the best situation to promote it,
Okay.
not just drop it.
then
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you have
Exactly.
to do some. You have to have some plan and some funds behind it, and maybe like
an
Yeah.
event or something like that.
So that's what
Exactly.
we're kind of working on to make sure that it gets as much traction as possible, you know. So, and when it comes
Comes to like upcoming shows, again, it probably would be easier to like check out a lot of stuff on my Facebook page. I do have show this Saturday. I have back-to-back a whole weekend at Roxy Hall,
Okay.
Roxy Hall and Bistro, and that's going to be 19th, 20th, and 21st,
Okay.
all 3 days in a row, which will be a comedy, magic, and music. So it's called Roxy Hall
and Bistro, you can check it out.
on Facebook.
Okay.
And again, I'm going to have some great musicians on it. I will be singing and
Playing
playing
keys, also
will be playing cello. We have Tommy to Smooth, a comedian,
on it.
and he's bringing some other great comedians. So make sure you check that out. And it's black-owned business,
By the way, so that's another great thing. And then I'm coming to
Delaware on
4th of December. I'm going to be at House of Laughs, which will be a tribute to Tina Marie, my solo concert
Talk that talk, my
with the
shit.
band and the whole nine. You know, we even got Rick James,
Yeah.
Iron
Talk
Desire.
that
So
talk, my shit.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Tickets are on sale. You can go to House of Laugh's website and get the tickets straight from there. So that's just a few things that, you know, coming in the near future.
That's good. You got a good setup going.
Yes, and I also got a lot of people that, you know, a lot of promoters and people that come to me and want to work with me, want to support me,
Right.
you know, and I'm so grateful to have those people.
Right.
All right, I'm just gonna ask you a few more questions. I gotta ask you. I never really worked with Blizz Got the Beats. I'm dying to get in the studio with him. Like I met him a couple of times, whatever. So can you tell me what it was like working with Blizz Got the Beats?
I love how he works. I love his stuff. I love his
Yeah.
bits. He's
Yeah.
definitely got some hot stuff. Like there is like so much more. You know, if only I could be writing songs faster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much more.
He's definitely one of the producers that sticking out in the crowd. Like,
he's very talented. He does a lot of stuff that would be like very current.
He's very humble guy because he also very respectful like of musicians' craft, and he likes to learn stuff. Like he would mention certain things that he tried. Like he's not just sitting there producing. He constantly tried to learn something else. He would be mentioning like, oh, I did a course of this and that, and you know, and that's what I love about artists or musicians, the one that keep trying to improve. What, you know, as good as they are already, but they keep trying to improve. They're looking for ways to, you know, learn new stuff, learn better, and that's how he works. And he's easy to work with. You know, he's a fun guy. We have good relationship. You know,
very humble, very humble.
Yeah,
very humble.
You know, he's humble. He would like tell me, you know, certain things. Also, he would tell me certain things that he might feel might not work, which you need that. You know, when you're in the studio, you need somebody to tell, okay, let's try this again, or hey,
you need somebody that's going to tell you the truth.
Yeah, please, because you go look like a fool, you know, and then, you know, I have to learn some stuff from him because he knows what he's doing when he's, you know, with that board, and so I rely on him and I trust him, you know, and that's another important part, I think, working in the studio with the producer or sound engineer. You have to trust these people because sometimes you have to trust the process because they will do some stuff like, what are you doing that for? But then later, like, oh, okay. But, you know, I don't know all the technical parts of it, but he does. So, and I just let him handle it.
I got one more producer for you, I'm saying. Another favorite of mine, I'm saying, that was under our umbrella back in the day. Chain of Music Entertainment, right? DC Decibel.
I knew he was
Yes. All right, can you talk about what it's like working with him?
Oh, I love DC. I love DC, and he was one of.
He's very smart.
Yes.
He's very smart.
Yes. He would be one of the first guys that we kind of built the connection when I just moved here, and at this label that we were all together, Chain of Music. It was like a lot of people coming in and out, rappers, producers, singers, writers, and he would always be coming and just being real quiet in the studio, sitting there for hours and doing stuff. He would be more towards R&B to me. Okay. Like, even though he did some rap songs as well. But when it comes to R&B, he produced some of the songs. Some of the first stuff that I did here. And another humble, super humble guy. Highly educated because he's, you know, he knows them chords. He can play. He can play keys. And I feel like he's like extremely professional because he just want to do things right. Like when he record, when he produces the beat, like when he creates stuff, he really try to follow all the, like, you know, rules to just make sure it is done right. The quality, you know, he always have that clarity. And he got some beautiful chord progressions. That's something that I always appreciate. So again, super easy to work with, you know. So we had some fun times together. And matter of fact, another song I'm in the process of finishing. It's not finished. But that's his bit as well. So, I keep coming back to all the same people. They're good. Yeah,
I mean, listen, it works, right? It ain't broke. Don't fix it. You know.
Yeah, one thing for sure, there was no shortage. I always say that there was no shortage of talent here in Philly. We gotta go far when it comes to artists, musicians, or producers, rappers. We have so many, and so, you know, again, thanks to people like you who's trying to shine a light on a lot of people just grinding and doing the work and being good at what we do with that.
I appreciate that, Masha. I really do. I really do. Masha, can you tell the viewers your social media, where they can find you at?
So yeah, you can always find me on Facebook, Masha-T Smith, and it's Masha with no R, M-A-S-H-A. On Instagram it's the same, Masha-T Smith. On TikTok is Songbird. I do have a YouTube channel and my website www.masha-t.com. You know, I try to update stuff as much as I can. Facebook probably will be when you can find me most often. And follow Instagram.
Look, so basically, just Google Masha-T.
Yes, you can actually go. You know what? God. Yes, you can actually Google me, Masha-T.
And if you Google Masha-T Missing You, automatically the Vigo music video will come out.
Yeah.
But also you can get that song Missing You on any digital platform that
Go check that out, y'all.
Yeah.
Missing You. Go check that out, y'all.
Yes,
Yeah.
please do. I hope you like it.
All right. Thank you for being on the podcast. And it was nice talking to you.
Thank you. I just wanted to know that I love you so. I just wanted to know that I love you. I just wanted to know that I love you so. I just wanted to know that I love you. That I love you.
Could you name some of the people that Masha worked with that we didn't get the name?
Oh man, there's so many. All right,
I know
you want me to start with the famous people first?
Yeah.
All right, you got Anthony Hamilton, Demi Doc, Sean Bryant, Dougie Fresh, Poor Righteous Teacher. You got Rozzy from Poor Righteous Teacher, Christopher Williams, Al B. Shore, Kendrick Family Soul. You got Kwame, you got Ed Lover, Tommy Too Smooth, Javon Pearson. Now those two are comedians. You know, you got talent too, but they brought her out to open up shows for a lot of people. And I hope I'm not forgetting nobody. I know there's a couple other people. Chubb Rock. Who else?
Heavy hitters.
Vivian Green. Am I missing
no
anything?
games. This is management right here.
Yeah, I don't think, you know. Oh, no. Did we actually do that? No. We almost did one for Raheem Devon. We didn't actually do that. And we passed up on one that we could do for Eric Rakim, which is going to be this Thursday. We got so much other stuff we have to do. We can't even go over there and be with him.
That's right. I know.
Yeah.
You're busy.
Yeah. It's crazy. You know, we out there with Tommy Brown.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Who else?
Tone Love. And
Oh God, yo!
Tone Love and Tough Crew.
Listen. Tone Love from Tough Crew got her on a video called "Ain't No Love" that they put out just this summer, and they called Masha up to get in the video with her. Listen, Tone Love got a lot of stuff coming out. Like, he got some from Tough Crew. Yo, let me tell you. Nine Brigade. Look, we had Tone Love, Nine Brigade, Tough Crew, right here doing a concert in the yard.
Oh shit! Yeah.
We did a concert right here.
I remember that. I remember that. I seen it.
Oh shit!
Listen, Nine Brigade came through, and Show Love, Tone Love came through. Montana Black, yo man, it was such a good event. And we shut the whole street down. This is a bunch of, you know, we shut the whole block down. We had, we were surprised the cops ain't come get us.
Hey, I gotta throw this out there. You know what I'm saying? Masha worked with my father-in-law. My father-in-law playing the band. And Howard Gardner. You know what I'm saying? Ain't this a small world?
She know every music. Oh, I forgot she's worked with Tina Marie's bands out in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Here, Johnny Croom. Yeah. God rest his soul. He just passed away. Doug Grigsby. He was a real advocate of Masha. We would work with Sigma Sound, Mike Tarcia. I done work. Matter of fact, Kenny Gamble's son. He did Masha's video at the white party with Big Scott. Khalif Gamble. I can't forget that man. Khalif was so cool, man. Yeah. And matter of fact, it's so funny because when I met him, I didn't even know he was Kenny Gamble's son. So we doing our contracts. I'm being all professional. So after we signed the contract, he said, "You don't know who I am, right?" I said, Said, Khalid Gamble, you the video guy, right? He said, you know who my dad is? I said, who? He said, Kenny. I said, Kenny who? Kenny Gamble? Yo, and we met him at Will Smith's house. I forgot. We done did videos at Will Smith's house. His father was at our wedding. Damn. Will Smith's pop was at our wedding, and we did a video right on his deck. She was playing the cello to Neo. Sure. Right at Will Smith's house. You can see all the, and it's funny being in his house, looking at all the Will Smith stuff on the wall, and then his movie pop up on the TV. And we watching his movie on the TV. It is crazy. We only got to meet Will Smith once, but his pop was with us all the time. Right. Yeah. And we had an opportunity. Unfortunately, she couldn't perform that day. She got sick, and I ended up getting sick after. We ended up leaving before we could even perform. And so Will Smith never got to see her sing, but we got to meet them. Right. Letitia Campbell, Full Force was there. Kid and Play. Chris was it? God, I should be shot not getting his name right. Kid and Play, we got to perform on live. Oh, Leon, out in California. God, Leon Youngblood. He gave us his son is Youngblood. He did tracks for Chris Brown, Rockstar. He gave us a few tracks. I can't give it out, but he gave us a few tracks to even write on. Leon Youngblood, that was love too. We met Livio Harris. We met some movie people from Alcon, Sleeping Giant. Yeah, she did a lot.
That's why you know what I'm saying, like I know a lot of people, and I know you're very intelligent, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna get it on film, you know what I'm saying? That
me looking at the heart, I ain't even get dressed up, you know what I mean?
I just want to get it on film, you know what I'm saying, about that contract, you know what I'm saying, that we was talking about.
Look, he want to document it, right? Listen, I got you, dog. Look, you learning, you got it on film. You know what I mean? I get it on film too. Yeah.
Independent voices, you know what I'm saying? We're about to take it up to a whole nother level.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Peace, love, and happiness.
All right.